brief, I said I would be most honored to speak to the imams in America, but first I would love to come to Mecca and speak to the scholars in Mecca. And so, by God's grace, he arranged it. And so I went to Mecca. I spent 3 days at Rabata speaking with the scholars of Islam on many of the questions that you have raised here with us today. And the man who did most of the talking with me was Sheikh Zandani, who was a Yemeni. But there was a great, eminent Muslim scholar, Muhammad Qutb, who was present during most of the time. And the questions that were raised about Elijah Muhammad, about Master Farad Muhammad, about the position of the Nation of Islam, and why we even call ourselves the Nation of Islam, etc. And all of these questions were raised, and I gave answers to them that I think they were shocked to hear our exegesis of Quranic scripture. They did not think that we in the West would be so understanding of the book of God. And so my visits to Mecca have always been instructive for me. They have always been a blessing to me.
Did they ask you about the name Farrakhan? How did it come from? Because
yes,
I know a lot of people.
They asked me about the name Farrakhan and what it means. And in truth, I could not answer, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave me that name in September of 1965, and I didn't like the name because I never had heard it before. And in truth, when I first became a Muslim, I was given a vision. All of us who accept Islam under Elijah Muhammad's leadership have to write a form, letter, asking for our original name and getting rid of the name of our former slave master. So this night, I saw 2 men discussing my form. I could not see their faces, just their hands holding my form. And on the back of my form, there was writing in English, cursive writing, and I was trying to read because it seemed as though they were writing my future. And as I got close enough to read, the man on the right said to the man on the left, "Turn it over. It's not time for him to see this yet." And when they turned it over, my name was there in Arabic. But I couldn't read Arabic, so I didn't know my name. The following Sunday, I went to the mosque, and Malcolm X was teaching. And he went to the blackboard to write, and he wrote this name in Arabic on the blackboard. And it was the same name that was on my form, and it was the name Muhammad. And so when Elijah Muhammad gave me the name Farrakhan, I was disappointed because I knew that my name is actually Muhammad. But I didn't know how to say to him that I was given this in a vision, so I just kept quiet. And when I came to the table, he said, how did you like your name? Because he had put it in the paper. And I said, it was nice, but he could tell that I didn't really like the name.
Was it Abd al-Furqan? Ahmad Abd al-Furqan?
No, it was just Farrakhan.
Just Farrakhan.
And I said, but what does it mean? He said, it has very good meanings. It's one of the most modern up-to-date names of God. I have its meaning upstairs, and one day I will give you the meaning. That was in 65. In 75, 10 years later, he was gone. And I never asked him what it meant. So here I am in 1995, and I still don't know what it means, but some scholars have said, actually, he was giving you the name Furqan, which is the 25th surah of Qur'an, which is the discrimination. Then there are Muslims from Afghanistan who know that name Farrakhan, and that means something of a ruler, some kind of a ruler, an early ruler, or a ruler in the early time. I don't know.